Well, welcome, my friends, to this practice and to your space you created in your own place for yourself to just drop in. And probably by now you have everything you need there, and your space is already, it's designated space. That's amazing. I guess that's like one of the benefits of this time. It's so interesting now to be at this point in it and very close to the new year, and to reflect on what we've learned from this time of isolation, and even having more time, just even not commuting to and from the studio. For one example, I know you have lots of others in your lives that you kind of reclaimed your time. And then now to think about, okay, what have I brought into my life that I want to really keep, I want to keep, and what have I like brought in that maybe it's time to let it go. So, at the beginning, maybe we were lying around watching a lot of Netflix or whatever, and that's lovely and good. I'm a big proponent of doing nothing, but maybe it's time to change that. I don't know. That just came in my head, but it's like I'm just starting to reflect on, what we've kind of brought in and what we want to let go. So I just share that with you, and just the beginning of the evolution the process of moving into 2021 with a clear, even though you can't, things are going to happen as they happen, obviously, but to come into 2021 with a bit of clarity for yourself of what you want to invite in and what you want to let go. That's it. Okay. So maybe that's a nice setting for this practice. So let's start like this then. Let's have one palm down and one palm up. And whichever one you've decided is totally fine. Take an inhale, lengthen, and exhale your breath, maybe through your mouth. Close your eyes, drop your chin slightly. And as you settle into your seat, just feel this placement of your hands. The one palm that's facing down, you can feel maybe it's a little heavier, it's grounding energy. And the palm that's facing up, you can feel the open energy. Even imagining, if you feel a little bit of electrical impulse or swirling energy in the open palm, that you're almost holding maybe a ball of fire that doesn't burn. And maybe it's a different color. Take one more breath, just exactly as you are. Full breath in, full breath out. And slowly change your hands. So the opposite one is facing down and the other one's facing up. And just feeling how the energy will start to shift. And just tuning in to whatever you feel happening in the hands, in the palms. And just inviting that grounding energy into the downward facing palm. And tuning into the opening energy in the other hand. And from here, we'll bring these opposites together. So just joining your palms together, and you can move very slow, just feeling into, the unseen space, unseen energy. And just resting with the hands in front of the heart. Maybe they're touching, maybe they're not. Whatever you have created here is good. You may even feel that this energy in your hands now is flowing into your heart. And there's a connection between the hands and the heart space. We'll just keep flowing that energy around and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Bowing your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, so I am set up close to a wall, and I know not everyone has a wall. That's fine. We're going to start lying on our backs. I'm going to have my bolster underneath my head and my feet at the wall at an angle. And if that doesn't work, you just lift your legs up in the air. That's fine. You don't need to have a wall. The wall is just there, like just for support, so you can rest in. But sometimes it's nice just to have your legs up in the air too. So I'll show both. So I'll take my bolster, and if you don't have a bolster, you'll just use a stack of blankets. And I'm going to lie down with my head on the bolster like a pillow, and I'm going to take the legs to this position here. So again, that's not going to work. You might just take your legs up in the air. You can put your hands underneath your hips or a blanket underneath your hips. So however you are setting yourself up, place your hands either on your body or out to the sides, so palms facing up or palms facing down, or one of each if you like. And just settling into your breath, even just tucking your chin a little bit more if you can. So just lift your head up, tuck the chin, place it back. Let the jaw drop, the shoulders drop. You can even let your feet flop out if that's what they want to do. Settling your back body into the earth. A little bit of this cat pose, chin to the chest. And you might even feel your tailbone just lifting slightly. Notice your mid back, upper back connecting to the earth. Softening your eyes. Start to feel the flow of your breath. And just consciously take 5 more breaths here, and the work is in expanding your inhale and letting the exhalation drop shoulders, jaw, back, belly. And as we finish, let's just do 1 more breath. So a nice full inhale. Exhale. And we're just going to bend the knees. Maybe you'll bring the knees into your chest. You need to set the feet on the floor and rest there. That's fine. Let's take a few breaths here. Just you brought the knees in, you might move them in and out. And if your feet are on the floor, just to rest there, that's fine. And then we're going to bring, everyone will bring their knees into the chest. We're going to lift the head up to bring the forehead to the knees. So draw your belly in. Take your shoulders down to the earth. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift your head up, curl yourself in. You might walk your hands all the way down. You might even be able to grab the soles of your feet. That might happen, but it's all fine. Let the shoulders drop, jaw drop, tuck the chin. One more breath. And slowly release down. And this time as you come down, let the feet come down, take your arms, and they might come over the bolster, just kind of hang there. And separate your feet apart, turn your heels out, bring the knees together. Nice big breath in, side out. One more breath in like that. Release it. Okay, anchor your feet to the floor, separate the knees and move into your windshield wiper. And with your head elevated like this, changes the angle of the body slightly. Just feeling in. You might want to walk your feet wider. You might add a little lift of opposite hip. It's rolling side to side. Yeah, just a little bit as you rock, not really rolling, rocking side to side. Okay, and then coming back to basic resting pose. So feet wide, knees together, turn your heels out. Adjust your bolster again if you need to. Arms can go where they need to. And take a nice big breath in and release. Separate your knees. You'll keep the feet wide, but find a place where they feel supported because we're going to lift the hips up here. So I feel my feet, and your arms can come down by your sides if that's better, or stay where they are. Inhale. And as you exhale, press into the feet, start to lift the hips. And they're not going to come that high because we have this head on bolster. But you can start to take the hips up, push the feet down and away. So you maybe get a little bit more of a neck stretch happening. And then lower down. Good, pause here. Pick your head up, turn it all the way to the right. And rest, the right ear if you can on the bolster. Close your eyes, breathe, soften. Relax your shoulders, take a big breath in. Breathe out. Bring your head back to center. And then pick it up, turn it all the way to the left. Drop in, breathe, soften the jaw. One more breath in and out. Bring your head back to center. And now press your head, the back of your head, into that bolster so much. Like maybe you feel even, your chest or the back of your heart lift up a little bit. Push the head in, but keep the hands relaxed. Feel what's happening in the torso, anywhere for you. Push the head, push the head. Now anchor the feet. Don't lift the hips. Just push the feet, push the head into the bolster. Maybe the hips lift up a little bit, but they don't have to. And then soften everything, relax. Good. Take your hands to the bolster, move the bolster out of the way, just press it away from you. Head down, take your arms maybe 30 degrees away. Drop your knees together, turn your heels out. Feel your head a little free. And now press the back of your head into the floor so strong. Push it in so strong. Good. Push the head, keep everything else soft. Maybe the knees press together more, but the hands are soft. One more breath. And soften, release all of that. Let the shoulders drop, back of the head drop. Good. Okay, and then separate the knees. Walk your feet apart a little bit more. And then let's start by dropping the left. Let's drop both knees. Actually, let me say this again. Bring your knees back up. Take a big breath. Breathe out. And now drop both knees to the right. Take the left arm, sweep it up and over your head. Bring the left arm all the way over to the right. Roll onto your right side. Press yourself up. So you're just going to come up. We did this the other day. So once you come up, then you're going to find your way back down. So the left arm sneaks underneath the right. We come back onto the back. You can sweep the left arm over your head as you bring the knees up and over to the left. Sweep the right arm all the way over, come onto the left side, come up, inhale, and then exhale, dance your way. So the right arm can trace the line over top as the knees come over, the left arm comes over, and you're just gonna press yourself up. And let's just do that a few times. You can go slow if you get dizzy, go really slow, or open your eyes, that might help. And just find this little, twisting action and just bringing yourself up and over. Good. Okay, so I'll do one more. So we'll end off on the left side. Good. And then you'll come back onto your back and find your center and just rest in the basic resting pose. Just feel, a little bit of what that did. Anything into the torso, into the belly. Good. Okay. Come back to windshield wiper, just general, like just drop the knees side to side a few times, moving the hips. Good. And then next time the knees come to the right, roll yourself to the right side, trace the left arm, press yourself up. Good. And then just bring yourself up to sitting. We'll just turn around. Good. Okay. Let's just bring the hands behind. We'll just do a little shoulder flossing. I'm going to take off my sweatshirt here. So a little bit of seated cat-cow. Just opening. Feel your shoulders. Good. And then we'll drop back into this, cat position. So the shoulders come forward, the chin drops, drop your jaw, spread your fingers, and put a little bend in your elbows, sink back a little bit. Good. And then start to press the hands into the floor, take the shoulders back, lift the heart, lift your chin. And just be here for a moment, refine it if you can. Take the shoulders back and then press the hands down into the floor and press them out. So the right hand pushes to the right, left hand to the left. And then if you feel so inclined, lift your hips. And we're just gonna floss front to back. So you can do this with the tush on the floor, chin maybe tucked, breathing. Good. Okay, and then lower yourself down if you've lifted. I'm just gonna come into cross-legged, just shake the wrists, roll the wrists around. Good. Okay, let's grab the strap. Good, okay. And I'm just gonna take the strap, I'm just gonna stay sitting. And we'll just take the strap over our head. And you just find a comfortable space. Now I have my strap here, the buckle, I'm just gonna grab it so it doesn't hit me in the face. And then find whatever this is for you. Put a little bit of, taut, like push the strap, pull the strap apart, lift your belly, lift your shoulders, lift yourself up, and then let the shoulders descend gently. Don't pull them down, just let them drop down. Smile, inhale, and then we'll just take it over to one side. And you're just gonna drop the arms, you might turn your head. I'm not really touching the floor here. I'm pushing the strap out and pulling it apart. Good. Inhale. Oh, that was an exhale. And then exhale, take it over to the other side. And again, you're pushing or pulling the strap apart and also taking it out. Breathe. And inhale up. There we go. Exhale. Opposite side. Inhale up. Exhale. Good. Now I'm going to start to kind of circle. So I take the arms back and over and forward. And just find for yourself here, the head can go Feel this little circling, and then reverse your circling. Circle in the opposite way. So opening your lungs. Good. And I'm going to do one more in each direction. So I'll just switch. I'm not going that fast, but whatever pace you're doing is fine. Good. Okay. And then I'll just come back to like lifting. Yeah. Good. Inhale. Good. Exhale, take the arms behind you. And at some point, you might slide your hands to open the strap more, or they might stay as they are. And I'll bring the hands down. And then we'll come up. So you're just going to play here. And that could be so wide. And if you need to bend your elbows, do that. That's fine. Okay. As I do this, I'm going to get super fancy and just change the cross of my legs. Okay. But you sit however you like, because this is about flossing the shoulders. Feel into that sticky place. About here, there's that sticky place. And so you just be kind to yourself. If you've had some shoulder stuff, work with what you've got. Good. Okay. I'm going to do one last one. Take it forward. And I'm going to take it back. Good. And then I'm just going to drop the strap off. Take your hands, rest them. You can roll your shoulders a little bit if you need to, a little bit of this. And then we're just going to turn one palm down, one palm up. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your breath energy. Feel the vibrational energy in the palms. Really connect to that. So we let go of everything that's come before this moment and just be here with the energy of your hands. As you inhale, start to switch. And as you exhale, let the switch be complete. And just feel into the energy in your palms. Join your palms together at your heart. Bow down to all that you are. And release your hands to your thighs, your knees, lift your chin, open your eyes. Okay, sweet. Good. I'm just going to set the strap aside and keep it handy. We're going to come back onto our backs, and you won't need your bolster, but let's bring the blocks in. So you'll have your blocks handy. Okay, so we're going to come down, yoga style. You can come down any way you like. This time what I'm going to do, I like to do just come all the way down. I'm just going to challenge myself. I'm going to take the legs up. I'm going to start here in this little boat. Start to bring it down, and then you might straighten your legs. You might turn your palms up. You might keep everything lifting for a moment. And then lower yourself all the way down. Pause. Breathe. And then let's take one block. And you're just going to put the block, take the short ends into your palms. So you're just holding the sides of your block here, whichever kind of block you have. I'm going to put the heels of the hands on the edge of on the bottom of the block here. And reach out nice and tall, press the block up, and at the same time, push your palms or your hands into the block. Feel your belly engage. Keep pressing the block up with your arms straight so the shoulders are lifting and your mid belly is really pressing in. If you need a blanket under your head, you can put it there, or your bolster back if you like that. And then now bring the shoulders down. Keep the arms straight. Keep squeezing the block. And inhale, press up. Exhale, bring it down. This time we're going to press up. Inhale. Now start to take this block up and over your head. Engage your legs in some way. Maybe the heels are pressing down. Keep pressing into the block. Reach the arms over your head. Yeah, so the shoulders can move towards the ears even. Draw your belly in. So the legs are flexed. The block isn't touching the floor. If it is, that's okay. And then on your inhale, squeeze the block. Bring it back up. Bring it back up. And exhale. Release the block. Just rest it right on your tummy. You can take your hands and just kind of hold it gently. Let your feet relax, breathe. Good. Okay, we're going to take this block now and you're going to put it underneath your head, probably on the second height. So I'll just, and it can angle. And so I think most of us have done this, so that the corner of the block, so if you have like the short face, no, it would be like the long skinny face. And the edge of the block that's closer to your head, you might even angle it in so you feel it at the hairline. And the chin is coming to the chest like we did at the very beginning. And I'm just gonna let the head sink. I feel a little bit of pressure there. I like it. You can adjust the block. So you might feel, there's the vagus nerve is here. It's a big one. Just want to offer it some release here. Let the jaw go. You can keep holding your block if you need to, or let your hands be anywhere that's comfortable. And then I'm just going to turn the head a little bit to the right, find a new place. So I'm feeling pressure here, but it's nice pressure. I feel I'm releasing something. Feel free to just kind of turn your head a little bit to the right and back to center, just to feel, where this nerve is that you can kind of drop into. Offer it a little bit of pressure. I hope that you're feeling this nicely. I feel it all the way into the forehead area. And I just feel like, okay, I'm just releasing and inviting some fresh breath, energy, whatever else there. So you can keep turning your head to the right. You're going to feel all different places. Hopefully you do. If not, play with the block. Drop let the shoulders, just be. Good. Okay. And then I'm just making my way back to center, dropping in again to the place of most discomfort. So eyes are closed, breath is easy. Good. And then you'll slowly start to do the same on the other side. And I'll just give you time here to play. The two sides might be different, and that's always interesting. Adjust the block as you need. So if it's painful, then that's no good. But if it's discomfort that you can learn to be with, it's such a big part of the practice to learn how to be with discomfort instead of hiding, running away from it, or adjusting. As we age and all of our habits start to creep in, and let's say, for example, we always cross our legs one way, and then you go to cross your legs the other way, and you're like, oh, that doesn't feel good. So you just go back to the first way because the body's all knows it. But we know as yogis, what we really need to do is work on crossing the legs the other way consciously so that we can even things out. We want comfort in discomfort. And so working that as much as you need, and then we'll just come back to center for a few moments. I'm just readjusting my block. Softening the shoulders. Okay, then I'm gonna just take my hands to the block and lift the head, take the block out, or if you want to put the block on the lowest height, that's fine too, if you need more support, or throw a blanket in. But I'm just gonna take my head down, feel that energy in the head, forehead, everything relaxing, and then bend your knees. And we'll just come back to the windshield wiper. We're not going to sit up. You're just going to rock your knees side to side, arms wherever you need them. Good. Okay. And then bringing your feet to the floor. Find your block again. And this time we'll put the block underneath the sacrum as we do. And I'm just on the lowest height here. I love to go highest height, but I'm just going to stay on the lowest, baby bear height here. Find your feet so that they're, maybe nice and wide. Mine are as wide as my sticky mat. Turn the heels out a little bit. Drop the knees towards each other. And then just, so rest here. And we're just going to do almost, I'm going to call this a inside out windshield wiper. I just made that up. But the knees are now going to floss each other. So the right knee will push, more towards that center, as if it's pushing towards the center back of your mat, and then it comes back and the other knee pushes forward. So what's happening really is I press one knee forward and the other one forward, the hips are going to start to really move. And then the low back is going to get a little dance. And hopefully that makes sense, but whatever you're doing is good work because you're moving all of this, the pelvic floor, your hips, your belly, and then just coming back to your center, but this time take the knees apart and just feel this. Drop any part that's kind of hanging off the block, let it drop. I'm going to start to let the knees drop out to their respective sides. I'm going to lift my toes. So if this is too much, walk your feet in or out or find your place here. Just let the jaw go, the belly drop. Take one more breath in and out. And then I'll bring the feet to the floor and I'm going to come to traditional windshield wiper, but because we're on the block, that might give you more space and it might also limit your movement. So be kind, go slow, really be aware of what you need to do to be in this. And good, okay. And then just let the feet be on the floor, rock the knees a little bit side to side. And then we're going to walk the feet hip distance apart, so that they're in a place that you can bring your right knee into your chest and feel the left foot is going to support you. Now you have your strap nearby. If you can't take your hands over the right shin here, then use your strap. And now feel your head. So you might grab your blanket or your bolster and throw that into if you need a little support for your head. Just take a moment to do that. Good. Okay, and then with the right knee in, I'll start to extend the left leg. If you need to adjust your block so it's more comfortable, do that. I'll just extend the left leg on the floor, and I might lift it up. But if I lift it up, I'm going to push through the heel of the left leg, heel of the right leg. Tuck your chin a little bit. And breathe. So the left foot can be resting on the floor. You might anchor the heel. Take one more breath. Good. And then I'm going to switch in midair. So I'll release the hands, bring the left knee in, extend the right leg, change the interlace of the fingers, and catch hold of your left shin. And again, right leg might stay bent, might go out, rest on the floor, you might lift it up. But then it's really active and you're pushing through the heels. Drop your shoulders, smile. Almost like you're, just finding this space in your legs. And then release the hands. Bring the knees together so they're over, the knees are over the hips. You might take your hands and hold onto your block for a moment. Flex the feet. And then we get you're going to feel maybe a little arch in your back. Move the knees away from your hips. And you notice how the abdominals are going to start to kick in. And then slowly bring the knees just towards your chest, just past the hips a little bit. And until you feel maybe the back drop. And then just, take this cat-cow. As you move the knees away, the back will arch. And as you bring the knees in, you feel the back drop. Smile. Keep the shoulders and the face relaxed. Good. Just moving slow, just feeling, what this does. Good. Okay, and now find the center place. So not cow, not cat, where you feel here you are. Keep flexing the feet. Take a breath. And now keep the left leg where it is. Lower the right foot to the floor. See if you can get the toes to just tap. And then slowly bring it back up. And find that the resting point, I'm going to say. Flex your feet. Keep the right knee where it is, right leg where it is. Lower the left foot. Touch the earth and tap. And bring it back up nice and slow. Find that place. Good. Let's do one more time on each side, nice and slow. Engaging the sacrum into the block. I hope you're smiling. Bring the legs up. Good. And then just be here and keep your hands on the block or take your arms out, turn the palms down, and just take the knees a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. Just enough so you stay on the block and you kind of feel like you're massaging your sacrum. And we're in that midpoint, not quite cat, not quite cow. Just shifting the knees a little bit to each side. Good. And then come to your center. And now we're going to lower both feet down so you can get the toes to touch at the same time. But once the toes touch, then we'll lower the heels. Once the heels are down, lift your hips up, take the block out. Lower all the way down and just take a few moments to just give glory. Legs can stay bent or they can go straight. Feel your back resting. Good. Okay, bring your knees into your chest. Hug them in. Both hands holding the knees or use your strap. I'm just going to rock them in and out. And then we're going to circle the knees. So I'm still holding the kneecaps, and just a little circle. And then reverse, circle the opposite way. Good. And then rest your legs wherever they are. Take your arms out 30 degrees. Turn the palms down. Drop the shoulders. Melt the heart, smile, and now start to circle the knees again. This time it's going to be big, and maybe the feet are going to move. So, maybe the legs almost go straight, or it's like you're just stir your legs, however you want to do that. I'm circling, the shins at the knees at the same time as I'm circling the hips. But whatever you're doing, again, is fine. And reverse. Make this circle in the opposite way, nice and big. Smile. Good. So good for everything inside. Good. And then bring your legs into that, chair situation. Knees over the hips. Anchor your shoulders, your hands, spread your fingers, flex your feet. Drop your knees halfway to the right. Squeeze the knees together. Now I'm going to change this a little bit. Come back up to center. Grab hold of your block, and let's put the block. We have a block here, so let's use it. Put it just between your knees. So I'm in the, the middle part, right between. Good. Now you squeeze the block, and the feet can kind of move in line with the knees. Yeah, okay, now we go. Squeeze the block. Find that, knees over hips as best as you can. Drop the shoulders, smile, and let's go halfway to the left. Squeeze the block, smile, and inhale up, and halfway to the right. Now, if that makes it way too, intense, you can take the block out. I'm just going to go halfway to the left again. Smile, engage your abdominals, and then halfway to the right. And now I'm going to go almost to the floor on the left side. So almost to the floor, squeeze the block, flex the feet. You can turn your head and then take it up, almost to the floor on the right side. And I'll go one more time each side. Good. One more time on the right. And I'm gonna come to center. I'm just gonna squeeze the block, squeeze the block, squeeze the block. Drop the abdominals to the floor. If you can push down so you feel the mid back, up, maybe you feel upper back too. Squeeze the block, drop the shoulders, smile, and then take the block out. Drop yourself into the basic resting pose. Block can rest on your tummy. Do nothing. Okay, well, let's continue with the block. So adjust yourself here. If you need something under your head, maybe take a moment now. Okay, so I call these, for just a quick reminder, baby bear, mama bear, and papa bear. Okay, these are the 3 sides of the block. So baby bear, mama bear, papa bear. So we're gonna go to mama bear, and I'm gonna walk my feet in. I lift up, I put the end of mama bear at the sacrum. And so most of the block is sticking out. I'm just on the top end of the block. I'll just lift my leg if you can't see. So it's not on the, low back. It's just really on the sacrum, which is that bone that we were just massaging. And you can even, rock yourself. The block shouldn't go anywhere. You can hold it, but you can rock your knees a little bit side to side, and it shouldn't hurt. If it hurts, then, maybe you put a blanket on top or you move the block down. So find that place that you feel, okay, I'm on my bones. Okay, now rest in here just as you are. Let your space between the block and the floor, all that back that's just hanging in midair, let it drop. But you can put them anywhere. Maybe you're still holding your block. Okay, take one more breath in, just like this. Breathe out. And now I'm going to take my hands and I just hold the block. I'm going to bring one knee in, then the other one, and come into this like sitting in a chair, so you can flex your feet. Now feel for yourself. If you straighten the legs a little bit, you lift the heels up, and then you start to bend the knees and bring the heels back in alignment with the knees. And you might feel it, you get a little bit more grounded into the block when you do that. And then if you drop the heels down a little bit more, you might feel even, a more grounding action happen. But find the midpoint so that as you start to lift the heels up, you feel you're really grounded. Good. Okay, stay here, smile. Keep the left leg where it is, flex the foot, and lower the right foot down, nice and slow, just looking to tap. And then you bring it back up. Okay, adjust your feet, find the equal quality here, and then we do the same with the left. You're just gonna drop it down. Okay, and so we'll just do that one more time on each side. So it's not a fast movement. I'm going so slow. Draw your abdominals down so that we support the back. We'll do one more. Oh no, yeah, sorry guys, there. I'm gonna do one more. So 3 all together. I'm gonna drop the right, smile, drop your shoulders, take the belly in, and one more. And come to your center. And now drop slowly, lower both feet so you can get them to touch at the exact same time. Heels to the floor. Lift your hips. Take the block out and lower yourself down from top to bottom. And we'll just take a moment to just feel how grounded. It's a nice little back release. Good. Okay. Let's just do windshield wiper. You don't have to sit up. I'll just let my hands rest on the mid belly here, and the hands will just kind of slide over the torso as the knees drop side to side. Nothing fancy, just this windshield wiper. Okay, let's change it a little bit. So drop your knees over to the right. You might widen your feet apart a little bit more. And then flex your feet a little bit, lift the left heel up. And then once, you lift the left heel, push whatever part of the left toe or big toe is into the floor. Draw the left hip forward, open your left arm out to the side, turn your head to the left. And then lower, come out, and we can drop the knees over to the left. You can take your left arm out, flex your feet, lift the right heel up, and then press that right foot, whatever part is touching, into the floor and away. The right hip is gonna lift. You're gonna push to the left, breathe. Good. I'll drop it down. Let's just go one more time each side. So over to the right, lift the left heel, push the foot down, and then lower down, knees up and over, right heel lifts, and then push down and away. Good. Okay, come back. Adjust yourself, whatever you need here. And now take hold of your strap. Good. All right, let's take the right foot, center of the foot into the center of the strap. You can wind your hands in the strap or hold on as ever you need. Arms can be straight. And I'm going to extend the left leg, but you don't have to. You can keep it bent if you prefer that. Good. I'm just going to be here for a few moments, just bringing the leg in and out a little bit. If the knee is bent, that's okay. You know, feel your place here. You might even open the arms out to the side as a way of bringing the leg in. So you can make the strap a little bit longer, and then you just open, pull the arms as if you're pulling the strap apart, and that will move your leg in and out. Good. Okay, so now that you've got this, bring the foot to that place where you can really get long through your leg and press the heel up, and then you gently draw the strap down with your hands. Now I'm going to press this right thigh away from my head. Turn the right heel out a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to find, is there capacity to just bring the straight leg forward a little bit more? So you might just pull the strap in or open your arms out to the side. Engage your left leg so it's active. Pull your toes towards your nose. Good. And then release. We'll take both ends of the strap into the right hand. And left arm can go out to the side. And we're just going to wave the leg side to side. So we'll take the leg out to the right. The right elbow might come down. You go wherever you like to go here. Maybe you go all the way to the floor. And then you lift the leg up, switch hands. At the midpoint, take the leg over to the left. Right arm can open. You can go all the way down. You might take a few breaths. And they're just going to go side to side. So take your time. If the left hip wants to lift and roll as you take that leg over to the right, let that be. Let the hips move. Let the left leg move. If the left leg is bent, let the knee move. Just float yourself side to side. And as you do this, I might play a little bit with almost like creating like a half moon shape. So my right leg can trace away and come up. You just kind of feel, you're going to start to play with how you have the hands. Just let it be. And maybe the leg is doing a lot of the work. And that's it. So whatever you're doing, smile, breathe, move, and I'm going to end over on the left side. And I'm just going to hang out there for a few breaths. I'm going to let the left leg, now as luck would have it, my bolster's there, so the foot is on the bolster, but you can always slide yours in or just be. I'll take 3 nice big breaths here. So whatever you need to do, my friend, with your leg over, on your bolster, on your block, bent, it's all good. Take one more breath. And find your way back to leg lifted. And I'm going to bring the left foot in. I'm just going to hang out with both legs in the strap for a moment. So if you bend your knees, that's fine. Good. Drop your shoulders. And then release the right leg, right foot to the floor or all the way out. And again, we're just going to play with rocking this leg in and out, just feeling for ourselves. You know, foot can be relaxed, leg can be relaxed. You might adjust your hands and open, you know, as if you're pulling the strap apart, the arms go out and then back in. Just be playful. Just massaging. You know, if we think of this as like massaging the hip and the hip crease and whatever this is, and then you know, once we've kind of loosened up the back of the leg, now I'm going to find the leg. So I just make it nice and strong. I'm pressing up through the heel. So the leg will move away from my face a bit. I'm pushing the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh, engaging the right leg. And then I'll try and keep all of that, draw the abdominals in, and bring the leg forward if I can without losing any of that. So just being playful. Notice if your shoulders are tight, drop them. And then take both ends of the strap into the left hand. Right arm out to the side, and we'll open this leg out to the left. You know what you're going to do. You find your little dance. Maybe you take a breath. You know, the first one, you might go really slow and feel if you want props or anything there. Just finding your dance. And, you know, I have you switching your hands, but at some point you might be like, oh, maybe just keep holding on with the right hand. You know, you see how it goes. Maybe that works and maybe not, and you just keep switching. Just let your hips do whatever they want to do here. The leg on the floor doing what it wants to do. Your breath, your abdominals, everything that's moving with this. The shoulders even. The hands. Back. And okay, now I'm going to start to make this little like half moon dance. It's a marvelous day for a moon dance. I'm just tracing this half circle shape with my leg, moving with the breath. Just as luck would have it, you know, my right foot is against the wall, and that's stabilizing. So if that is there for you, that's great. You can use it. If not, then you're just rocking and rolling. So I'm just going to do 2 more. And then we're going to settle over onto the right side with props, without. Just creating this little twisty shape. Let the right foot turn as it needs to. Breathe, support your body. Good. And bringing everything back up to center, and separate the strap, bring the right foot in, and I'm just going to open the legs wide. So I hold the ends of the strap, and my strap is in the middle of the feet, and then I'll just start to drop this, you know, just rock side to side. So your legs are wide, and you're just enjoying this, and we can keep going side to side, or you might have one, you know, one leg might come forward more, one leg back, almost like a figure 8 maybe, or, you know, just be playful. Whatever you're doing, play, and then we're going to settle. So I'm going to come into center. I'm just going to press the feet into the strap as if, and they're pushing in, and now they're going to push out as if they want to take the strap apart like we did with our hands. And as I do that, I feel my tailbone settle. The thighs are pressing back, pushing into my feet. And then I'll pull the strap together as the feet slide together. And then just let your legs drop away from you, but you're holding onto the strap. Okay, so we are at the end of our practice. We're going to go to Shavasana. But here I feel like I want to just sit up and take that little bit of boat pose. So I'll just bend the knees, bring the hands, wind them in the strap a little bit, bring the chin to the chest and push the feet out until I come to sit up. And then I'll open, take the shoulders back, and you can have your knees bent here. Maybe this is your boat. Maybe this is your boat. Maybe the feet at the wall is your boat. Good, breathe, smile. You can spread your toes, do that. Lift your low back. Good, and then release. And I'm going to come to sitting, but you can come back down just to move yourself into your Shavasana or anything else you need. Beauties. Okay, so I'll set up a blanket for my head and a bolster. And I'm going to just do that little, we have all the props. So thing that we did in class, maybe, I don't even know when, but it's all a blur. Now I'm just going to angle the block and hold the bolster here. And then I'll take another blanket and just roll it up into like a little sausage for my heels. They touch and just put it in front. Then I have my eye pillow, sweater, and whatever else you have to wrap yourself up and be cozy on this blustery day we have here in Calgary. And just take my last blanket here. Once I get in, my eye pillow's here. Okay. And, well, we do have the wall too, if you wanted to do legs up the wall, and that would be okay. Now you've done all this work and I keep giving suggestions. Just set yourself up for something nice. Cover my feet. Good. And then as I come to lie down, I'll just, that feels really nice, everything good. I'll take my hands and just grab the outer edges of the blanket I have my head's resting on. I'm just going to roll them underneath, like until I get a little triangle support for the back of the head, and I'm just going to smush it around for support. So you feel that your forehead is sloping down. And then I'll place the eye pillow on my forehead, just resting on the tops of my eyelids a little bit. Okay, so I hope you're very comfortable. And we can take this time, just settle into the back. Almost like, you're exposed, like we did with the hands at the very beginning, one palm down, one palm up. And the back of the body is receiving this grounding energy, and the open front of your body is receiving, or open to the energy above. So however you laid your hands is great work, but if you want to turn one palm down, one palm up, go ahead and do that as you rest. So we can invite this opposite energies of grounding and of energizing, of opening and closing, of light and dark, all these opposites. Softening the shoulders, the jaw, and releasing yourself deeply into this space right here. Let the shoulders go, shoulder blades, sides of your neck, your jaw. Feel your tongue resting. And let your eyes drop deeply and soften your third eye. And if you have your hands in the opposite position, then just changing that now. Just turning both palms up or both palms down, resting on your belly or up to the sides. Just resting in your final few moments here together. Deepening your breath. And releasing anything else you can, supporting the floor. And this grounding energy. And this energy supported by the new moon and moving towards winter solstice. And choosing to stay as you are, that feels really nice for you right now. Or beginning to make little movements as you gently awaken yourself. So feel in, we did a lot for the back. So as you bend the knees, rest the feet on the bolster, block, floor. You might want to hug your knees in. Just kind of massage your low back a little bit. You might feel great and open. And rolling to your side whenever you feel ready. Just taking a few moments there in the fetal position. Slowly coming up to seated whenever that feels ready too. So yes. Good. Well, let's do this. One palm open, one palm at the heart. And just feeling your presence, your practice, your energy. Take one more breath. And then we'll bring that open palm to the belly and release the heart hand to the opposite thigh, palm up. And just inviting that grounding energy in and the energy within to flow out through your open palm. And that way, we share the energy, we expand within ourselves, we share it out. And so with that, my friends, now bringing your palms together at your heart. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, bow your chin. And you bow to all that you are and all that you've offered, and to your own great presence and to your practice. And we also take this opportunity to just honor, not your yoga teacher, but all the yoga teachers. This is a lineage that's shared mostly orally, passed down from teacher to teacher to teacher to teacher. And we just honor this great practice, and we honor the community at large in our own little community, people we love, and our own hearts. And into that, as you inhale, lengthen, lift your chin. Exhale as you are. We'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra and an inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy, and may we be happy. Inhale. And take a nice inhale. Breathe into your hands. Get your breath. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this practice. Yay. Happy Tuesday. Oh, he fell. Okay, try again, Pete. There we go. All right. Thank you, guys.